we should be back live right here for the morning session for DAX. So in the pre-market session, we consolidated a lot. We didn't manage to break above 350. Here at the opening, the first 30 seconds, we didn't manage to break above 350. My overall plan was to short it below 229 and to go long above 300. We got some confirmation. It's pretty clear the market is very strong. But again, what I will simply do is before I go long, I want to make sure we're getting confirmation to break above 355. So the highs for the opening, highs for the pre-market session is 355. I want to make sure we're going to break that above. And if we do that with confirmation in the first 15 minutes or after 15 minutes, I will consider doing a long position, okay? So long above, short below, okay? Keeping this very simple. And I'm risking under 0.4% per trade, 0.3% per trade. And I'm going after making around 1% per trade. I'm allowed to take 3 trades this morning, and yeah, keeping it very simple. Keeping things very simple. I hope you're doing well this morning. It could be a slow morning. It could also be active morning. Lots of volatility. We don't know. Let's see if we are gonna break above here. I could consider doing 80 points. It could also be a quick scalp. Remember, this could also be a fake out. I could consider doing a long here and have a stop loss, the 20-point stop loss. But again, this could also act as a resistance, okay? So I know we could push to 400. I'm aware of that and I understand that. But we could also, from 345 to 400, that's almost 60 points. If we're going long here and we're taking it to 400, we make 60 points, right? But it could get rejected here at 400, just so you know, okay? And it could sell back to lows here. It could come below here, and it could start selling off. Okay, so just have that in mind, okay? I know Nasdaq is strong, but Nasdaq could also easily get rejected and start selling back to 376 or even lower. So we just have to have that in mind and have that risk in mind that, okay, we are 4 minutes over. There is no close, there is no second bar, there's no break confirmation above. So why do you really want to go along and hope for something when you're not even seeing things? So wait for it till you see it. That's confirmation, and then you go in. So close and then go up, okay? And then we can take it to 450, 500, we can even take it higher. But we want to wait for confirmation, okay? When I say we can take it long above here to, let's say, 500, then we could do that in 2 trades, right? So we can make 60 points, something like that, in 2 trades. So we can take it, we can exit, and if it sells a little bit back, we can re-enter and then take it back. We just have to figure out the direction. Like, we're not going to go do a long short. Like, we focus on where the market is going to be moving, and then we go in that direction. So right now, many traders hoped, many traders went in here at 360. Most of them went in at 360, and they hoping they're not gonna get stopped out here. They hoping they have the stop losses here and stop losses there. They're really hoping, and then they will get stopped out, and the market will take them out. So living with hope, hope is not a strategy. Okay, let's just make that. But it could be a long. I could consider. I think I'm gonna go for a long. If we're gonna break above or if we're gonna break below the next couple of minutes. Going for a long here and then hope is gonna come back. It's just not the strategy. It's just not what we want to do, because if we do that, then we have to either exit with a loss or we have to maybe exit at a profit with no confirmation and just scalp this 15-minute candle. So it's just not really worth it, to be honest. I know we have higher lows and we might get above this now, and I get the point of going long, and I'm not against the overall idea, because we did not break below and we have some momentum coming in here. You just have to understand that the risk is we're getting rejected, or the risk is we're not coming up here, so then we're selling off, and then we basically had to cut losses for no reason. So that's why I'm always just waiting to see if there is going to be such a much momentum, and if there's such momentum as I prepared and expected, then everything will be fine. But if there's not, then it's just a hope strategy. It could be another short at 355, 358, then take it all the way back to here. It could also be a long if we're gonna break above. Remember, many people will take profit here and they take profit here, okay? Because they went short, they closed it maybe, and then they bought it back, and so we're not really knowing what's going on. So for me to really consider something, I have to see progress really above. Okay. And I think we're gonna hit 500 today on Nasdaq, so 100 points more up, and that's might gonna be the same we're gonna see on DAX. Okay. So the long idea is not bad. And here I'm working with myself, working with my mindset. I'm not trying to negotiate with myself. I'm just trying to say, okay, could there be a short possibility here, back to here? Or could there be a long possibility from here and then take it up? And then hope for something to happen. And that's not a strategy, and that's not what we should be doing. And that's also too risky. Especially if you want to grow the account a lot and consistent, then we cannot just be trading impulsively just because we see something like this is a short, this is a long. We just have to say everything above here with confirmation, we can go for a long, and we can take our 60, 80 points, 100 points. I think 60 points is good, risking 20, and we could do a couple of trades in that direction. And yeah, we might have to understand that we might get stopped out if we're not scalping like 5-10 times in 3, 4, 5 minutes. I say if you go long and there's no confirmation, you're just gonna get stopped out. I think that's what I want to avoid, not because I cannot tolerate or accept or live with the loss. It's just it's not necessarily right. So right here we got some kind of like selling pressure coming in here. Lower lows, lower highs. It could be a potential short, but it could also be a potential long. They could buy it in here and then they could push it above. That's why also I wait here, because it's only like 40 points back and forth. It looks like it could be a good short. But again, that's a hope, that's not a strategy, and that's too complicated for you to follow, and that's too complicated to replicate, and that's too complicated to understand. If I say long above and I say short below, and I start doing like short here, I start doing long here, how should I explain that, right? So that's also why I do these live sessions, is to hold myself accountable, right? To hold myself on track, so I don't do things that's not necessarily and that I don't have to do. because it's really possible to grow a lot and to make a lot of money in trading and to be very successful if you're doing the same things and the right things over and over again, and you are not sized up, you're not over leveraged. Because if you're sizing down, your losses is not really gonna like affect you, and once you have your wins, you're just compounding. Like I know that I want to turn this to maybe 80K this week. That's might be too much, like, but let's see. If I get the right setups and I get the right confirmation, and I see it's a low risk, high probability, and there's high possibilities, right? 80% chance that I'm gonna be right, then yeah, it's possible. No progress. Looks like a strong candle is coming in here. Super strong on the Nasdaq, but this could also sell off, so it could stop here. So if we do not break above 400 and we start selling below, that could be confirmation. But again, if we break above here and it looks like we're gonna break above, I could consider taking a long. And the reason why I want to do that is because we're holding, so the lower week is higher, and this body managed to close above, and now we're breaking up. I think we could push now, but again, we could also sell off, and that's why I'm waiting and not doing anything. It's not really clear. I would have gone for a long, maybe if we sold back to, let's say, 250, and I could see we pushed up, and the green candle, the body was closing up here around there, then I could maybe consider. But right now it's like, okay, like I have 100 points in downside for a long, and I probably have, I don't know how much I have, because I didn't see it breaks above. So Nasdaq is selling off, DAX is pushing. That's a signal for me, so I could consider shorting it there. I'll do a light short here because I can accept and I can tolerate the risk. The only reason why I did a short here is only because of one thing, okay? It's because Nasdaq sold off and sold below, and that's what I also expecting for the DAX, okay? So it's a very low risk setup for me. I might take it back to the lows where I want to short it from. I know I'm already short here. I'm not risking that much. I'm risking under 0.3%. Okay, I mean 0.3%, so nothing. We could just exit here and just wait a little bit here, just exit the short. It's nothing, it's no profit. It's like $50-$30. So I just saw like a little quick scalp here, and there's no reason to wait 15 minutes. So I saw it went from 400, this candle didn't manage to break above this candle where we sold off from, and DAX did this, right? So DAX went from 300 to 327. I took a short because this went down, but I also managed the position correct, and I exit it correct, okay? I'm not saying it cannot sell off more. I'm just saying here I'll wait because there's no confirmation. Still waiting, not doing anything at all. Waiting for the right confirmation here. Okay, so you see, that's why scalping really works out, because you don't have that much risk, and when things are selling off here, again, it could really sell off here, and it could be a good short potential, but again, doesn't look that shortish. Like you could see it's selling. This is more like a quick long back to even higher. So that's also why I'm saying I'm not doing anything. I'm just waiting for break above. And we are 15 minutes over right now. So this is the new bar, and if we're gonna close below here, I'll do a short. And I might like to size a little bit up here and change it from 10 to 30. So let's see here, new 15 minutes just opened. Nasdaq is pushing a little bit. This could push, it could also sell off. So I'm waiting. To me, it's looked like a short here. If we do not manage, it's just a quick scalp, just to get some money in the bank. Again, it could stop here, it could push back. Same we see over here. So it could really push up. That's why I'm saying wait. There's no confirmation, and if there's no confirmation and we're trading in this zone that we shouldn't be doing, then you just also need to size down, right? I mean, you do 5 instead, right? With the 20k, now it's 40, but what I'm saying is you're just sizing down. So we managed to not break above where we sold off from, so that's a short signal. I'll go for a light short here, placing a short position, and it could be a quick scalp, it could be a quick little short position like here, closing at 27, just a quick scalp. And if you didn't got 27, guys, you know what you can do is you can just say, okay, I'm just holding to 27, or I can hold to 320, I can hold to 310, right? So, and you just need to have that stop loss in place if you did not manage to close it. So when I go in and I say this is a quick scalp, stop loss there, you're more than welcome to just hold the setup. You don't have to exit because I exit. But you see, it's always coming back 26.8, so it's always 25. So it's coming back to the 27 where I exit. I know I exit for nothing, but what I'm saying is it's coming back. So when I exit, you can always get out at the same price if you just wait a little bit. I know this is no profit at all, and I'm aware of that. Okay, so it's a waste of time, but it's better than doing nothing. Just waiting for it to confirm. Right now I think this is going to head to 500, and I also think this is going to head to 500. This is showing quite strong support. I'll do 10 here. I'll do 10. It's very risky, do not copy. This could push now, so I'm taking a long little bit before time. It's risky, it could stop me out. I think if I should do something, I should place my stop loss just at 309. The reason why I can go in with 10 and have a wider, what can you say, stop loss is because my account is a little bit over 40k. So if you calculate it from my stop loss to my entry, I risk 30 points. I'm in with 10, that's right? So I'm risking $300. So that's still on the 1%, what I can risk maximum per trade. Okay. So if you have 20k, you do 5. If you do 20 and 60, again, when I have an account of 80k, 200k, you will also see me do more here, right? Just so you're aware. You might ask why you do 50 mass, 100 or 200? It's because my account is growing. No progress so far. It could come all the way back. It could sell back to here. That's also why I have a stop loss at the lower week. If we do not push up and we get rejected, I just have to accept it. But it looks like we could push here and we could come above. So I'll move my stop loss up. So moving stop loss to 22. So right now I'm risking, guys, 20 points. Okay. Exit this one here just quick because there's no confirmation. So I just exit for $45. That's like 50, so you can exit your long at 50. Again, no confirmation at all so far today. That's why I've just been scalping the market and taking very, very small profits. And I know this is like nothing, and this is under like, this is 0.25%. So got rejected. So lower highs. Again, if you go short here, they could push it. If you go long here, they could sell it off. And that's why I'm saying wait for confirmation and wait for something. And I know that if it's going to break below mini, it will come in, but that could also be risky. They could push it again. This could act as a new low. So still be careful when there's no confirmation in the market. But again, it will be weird to me if this doesn't push above. There's no news, there's nothing that could really drive the market. Nothing that can really drive the market so far. I'm just waiting, giving the market some time. I can see the price right there. Yeah, slow morning, very slow morning, but I think we could still push above here. Again, it's a little bit risky, but I think I could consider doing a long and take the breakout. I'll do a long here, trading at 52, 54. It's risky. It could come all the way back to here and stop me out for no reason, okay? Let's see if it's going to push up now. Exit this one here at 60, guys. I exit that one at 60. Could consider re-entering this one and hold it. So now we got above, but again, it could sell all the way back to here. So just be careful, okay? I know it's an opening range breakout, but again, it could sell below. And that's what I'm a little bit careful with, because going long here, then risking 20 points, and you can also see the UK 100 is not really doing anything. Like, it's not really, okay, I can see this is close to move above. And this is got rejected, and it's not really giving us any signs at all. So DAX is pushing. I'll size down and I'll do a long. Let's see here. Went for a long. This is based on the opening range breakout. So I just followed my own strategy of taking a long because it breaks above the 50-minute highs. But people know this, and there's no really confirmation, okay? But I'm holding it for now. I'm in for a lighter position, so I can hold it. And yeah. And here comes the test. Are you going to move your stop loss, and are you going to add to it once you have moved it? So it's a little tricky. It's a tricky morning. I mean, there's no really progress. There's no really confirmation. There's nothing that's really moving the market. It's just what I consider as a slow morning, and this is a retest. So let's see if it's going to push above. It's weird we are selling off and then showing a very clear momentum trend, and then if we shouldn't be pushed above 400 at least. Again, not a lot of risk on. I could consider moving my stop loss to 327. So move stop loss to there, just so I don't get a fake out and I don't get stopped out immediately. And you might say, Mass, that doesn't make logic sense. You move your stop losses against your principal. It is, but it's only 30 points from where I entered, and I already made. It's not to have a discussion. It's not to place any arguments or tell you what to do, what not to do, and go against myself. It's just, guys, I'm not risking that much. I'm only risking like 0.3%. Okay, so I would never do this if I was in with, let's say, 20. Okay, so I wouldn't be doing that, moving stop losses. Okay, so it's only because my account is bigger, like because it growth, it went up for the past 3 weeks trading. It's just important to understand this, that if it thinks it's going bad, it's not going bad. It's just a little loss. Let's see. I'm not allowed to take any trades in 4 minutes. I think I'm just gonna let this run here to 450. I actually think that I will close my live session. I'll just hold this one to 500. It doesn't make logic sense to me to do more trading. So to me, I will just hold this one here and not doing more. So I'm holding it to 500. Currently have 130 points upside to this one here. I'm risking still 30 points. If we're gonna break above 375, then I'll move my stop loss to 350. So let's say we're gonna break above. I'm still long, nothing have changed. Let's see, we could also get rejected here. I might consider just holding it. Okay, keep it simple. This is my stop loss. This is my take profit. I'm holding this one for now. I'm currently in profit. It's a light position. I'll just let this run to the target. Okay. Once we hit 450, I'll move my stop loss to 400. That's it. It's very simple this morning. Okay. So keep it very simple. I'll see you later.